Hi everybody, it's Laura here. I just wanted to update a little bit, add the last year or so to my alopecia story, which it's an ever still writing itself story, and I'm still experiencing growth and setbacks and roadblocks, it seems, from having alopecia. Back to basics, in case you haven't seen any of my other videos, then alopecia is an autoimmune disease which robs you of your hair because it attacks the hair follicles as if they were a foreign body or a virus or a cold bug, which is a virus, I guess, or a bacterial infection. They recognize hair follicles as enemy category, and once they're deemed enemy category, all or some of them are not destroyed but put into a dormant state, so they don't grow hair. So that's all it is. That's why it doesn't affect your health, except your emotional health by large means. It affects your emotional and social, and initially it's going to send shockwaves through all of these areas, probably, unless you've got a great support system and you're just A+ on emotional IQ and all that type of stuff, which I wasn't. I definitely wasn't. I was not prepared. I was prepared to have a great life and to go to college and to do something with my life. And then when I was a junior in high school, and between January and March of that year, I went bald. I'm not going to take my wig off in this one because I just don't feel like it this time, because I've got dozens of videos where I take my wig off, and this time I just feel like looking like I have hair. So I'm not wasting time. I'm getting more that way lately because I feel like it's just a whole different sensation when you go out in public and nobody gives you the not rude, but just inevitable double take. And then the kids, you overhear them asking their mommy questions about, why does that lady have no hair? Or the worst one I heard was, Mommy, is that a boy or a girl? So I was like, am I wearing a really baggy sweater here? Because I'm not. And when I worked as a cashier, I got called sir a lot because I didn't wear a wig, and I guess they were looking at me from the chin up, and it would be sir, or I've been called that boy or Sonny, and that's really annoying, the androgyny that you can't help. But I wear my earrings and I put on my eye makeup. I have on today. You can see it. Blink. Anyway. Oh, it's itching. I'm about to rip it off. I'm about to rip it off my head. Ah! Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. I can deal with it. But I have this time limit thing for the wigs, because after 2 hours, I'm not so much a happy camper anymore. And after 3 hours, I'm a decidedly unhappy camper. I've had enough. I've had enough of this wig being on my head. I've had enough of tolerating itching and worrying about slipping. And I know there's double-sided tape and everything. I just never bother with that because it's not on long enough to validate the cost of the tape. because, well, I don't try to validate the cost of much for myself. For myself, I try to avoid spending money. I already have some double-sided tape. I should put it unless I want to go out there and headbang. Yeah, that's where you're gonna do it too good. See, if you get a petite size cap, it stays on anyway, but you just still have to worry about the shifting, and sometimes you'll be wanting to do. Well, my hand shadow is getting in the way of what I'm trying to show you. You know that, or just adjust it. And I'm bad about just busting loose and doing that in public if I'm uncomfortable with the way it's sitting. I'll just look around, you know, all better. And another thing that's weird that I do is I love to twist my hair. I'll just twist and twist. And I guess it's an OCD thing or something. I don't know. But it comforts me. So I do it. I try not to, of course, do any damage to the wig. I'm very gentle when I don't pull and I don't twist it really tight. But I just like to run it around my finger like that. So anyway, my alopecia began in January from the result of taking an asthma medication that I had been on for a while with a not over the counter, very prescription only antibiotic called Cipro. And so I took these two in combination. Within an hour I was feeling very strange, very hot, weirdly. But it felt like a sunburn type of hot. And this was actually New Year's Eve of that year. And so this feeling kept getting worse and worse until I started thinking of the term spontaneous human combustion and thinking maybe this is how it happens. You know, I just felt like I was burning up from the inside out. And I survived it. Didn't burn up. I just wound up going to bed that night and saying a prayer that would go away. And in the morning, my body temperature had re-regulated. Re-regulated, I guess, is the term. But I got red to the sight. I got warm to the touch. So something happened that night. Something happened that I believe shifted my immune system into hyperdrive that it's in now as far as my hair follicles are concerned. So, because both drugs, the Cipro and the theophylline, have listed that they can cause alopecia, and there's a warning on the Cipro that if it's taken with theophylline, it can definitely cause alopecia. And we didn't know that when we combined. I mean, it was that's a whole nother deal I'm not going to get into. But, let's say, I struggled and really just grasped at straws to make it through the last year and a half of high school. Because I had had so much momentum going before my hair started falling out that I just hit a wall. I hit a wall bad. And, anyway, wound up working factory jobs, cashier jobs. I just couldn't work in the equine industry, which is what I really wanted to do, was work in the equine industry, but I couldn't. I got agoraphobic. I didn't want to leave the house, and I didn't want anyone to see me without a wig, and there's whole chunks of time I don't remember, because I was so depressed when I first lost my hair. Um, there's months I just can't recall one event. I was just really just a zombie mode. And, time went on, and then I got away from wearing wigs. As soon as I was out of high school, just about, I was like, well, I don't have to fool anybody anymore, and I'm happy with the way I am. Well, I'm not happy, but I could deal with it. So I decided if I can deal with it, well, I'm sorry, but everybody else is going to have to, too. So, that's pretty much my alopecia story in a nutshell. 10-minute nutshell. And there's a couple of side notes, I know. But the thing about the wigs is that I'm not against them. I'm not against them. I am only against a woman who feels she doesn't have the freedom to go without one. I don't think anybody should be without this freedom. This right to not hide behind a slightly misplaced mask. It's just something that society is not quite comfortable with yet. And they will be, because there are a lot of us out there with wanting to raise awareness and knowledge about this condition. So, I feel like I'm just another voice saying, don't let society tell you you have to wear a wig. I would say not let a job tell you, but that's a more personal thing, and I believe it is discrimination on the basis of a medical condition, but I've never been involved in anything trying to gain from that, even though I believe I've been discriminated against in a couple of instances. So anyway, I've had alopecia for several years. And my motto is, I don't really have a motto. Wear them if you want to. You know, don't deprive yourself saying, I'm saving all this money on shampoo and brushes and saving money on haircuts and hair dye, and I don't need to turn around and spend that money on a wig. Spend half of it on a wig. You know, get one that lasts you a year. If you wear it just want to, which, you know, won't be every day, I would hope, because then it wouldn't be someone who just only wears a wig when they want to. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. I've still got alopecia. I went through a phase where I would not wear wigs. I would not put one on. It was like a little girl with a dress or a tomboy with a dress. I'm not putting that on. I don't need it. It's not me. I don't want to wear it. I'm not putting it on. And now I see them like, you know, that's like 20 years ago. That gives away a little bit of how long I've had alopecia. 20 years ago, if I wanted to wear a ponytail, just to look different, just to provide a different appearance, then I could throw on a wig, which is like major ponytail, whole scalp tail, ponytail, Clydesdale tail, ponytail, horsetail. Anyway, it's a lot more hair. And it's a different style of my overall appearance. Go wig full one day, and wig less the next day, and wig full the next day, and wig less, wigged and unwigged. To wig or not to wig, I did a video on that. Anyway, I'm overtired and probably rambling, so I'm gonna stop now and talk more about my journey later, or maybe in a book.